Today we're going to be entering payables into Shopworks. To get to the payable section of Shopworks, you're going to be going over to Accounting. This will bring up your payables home screen, where you go down to create a new transaction, add payable. And this will bring up your payable screen. This is where you enter the bill. The first thing you need to do when entering a bill is find the vendor. And you can find the vendor several different ways. One is you can pull up the pull down menu and scroll down to the vendor. This vendor we are looking for is Sanmar. And to get to the S's, just simply hit the S on your keyboard. It'll bring you down to the S's, and then select your vendor. If the vendor was not down in this pull down menu, or you need to find it a different way, you could go to here, the search, and then you can go right here. This is all the vendors in the system that you can scroll down to, and you can find Sanmar by just typing it here, S-A-M-A-R, or you can just hit S-A-N right here and apply a filter and it'll find it. And then if you want to select it, you hit pick. And another easy way to find it is if you know the vendor number, you can hit 1002, which is Sanmar, and then apply filter. It'll bring it up. So let's pick Sanmar for this one. So our selected vendor who we're going to be paying is Sanmar, which is correct. Then we're going to be moving over to the payable date. The payable date is the date on the bill. You'll see it on the bill and you got to put it there. So let's pretend the date on the bill is 1/1/13. And the due date is when we have to have the bill or the check issued to the vendor by this date. Over here is change payable type. We can do three different types of payables. Payable, which 99.9% of all the bills are payables, a credit memo, or credit card liability. In this case we're doing a payable. The amount due is the total of the bill. Terms, that's when we're going to be paying the bill. The purchase order number, the invoice number, the company location, which is always Northwest Embroidery, and then you have your general ledger entries down here. Transaction status, you have the payable ID, which is automatically generated in Shopworks, so you don't have to worry about this. The on hold button, you put this on hold if there's a problem with the bill and you don't want it paid. And then you can go ahead and type a reason why it's on hold. PO doesn't match. Then we have the general ledger entries down here, which I will show you as soon as we get an actual live payable put in. And then notes from purchase order. Make sure you read these. And then notes on the transaction. Over here is the purchase order matching, the total bills and manual checks, and the purchase order, and the difference between the bills and the purchase order. Just remember, the purchase order has to match the bills right there. So this is the basics of the payable section, and I will show you in the next tutorial with a live Sanmar invoice.